Oh, okay, I fixed it. Okay, we should begin. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be playing a Valorant match. My name is Kind Kaiser. I will be hosting you. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, we're currently in queue. So we're queuing for the HSEL League, and we'll be matched with the team shortly. So today our players are Owen, Hunter, Kate, Adam, and Jack. So of course, Kate is our team captain. We're expecting a good match today. So I believe our record is 2-2. So we've won two, lost two, which is a pretty good record. We've gone against some really good players. So really quick, I'm going to explain a little bit about the rank system. So let's see. So whenever we get matched with these people, we'll be able to tell a basic skill level based off how high their rank is. So all of our players playing today are bronze. Let's see here. I'll pull into a. Why this mouse works? Ooh, okay. So let me pull up the game here. There we go. So this is my match history. As you can see, I'm silver one. 50 RRs. So whenever this RR meter reaches 100, you rank up, and you get RR by winning games, and you lose RR by losing games. So if we look at, let's see, here we go. Okay. So it starts off with iron, which is the worst rank. Then it goes to bronze, which is what our players are at. All the players who are playing today. Then silver, which is where I'm at. And then gold, platinum, diamond, immortal, and radiant. So we've played against immortal through platinum players so far, and we got kind of destroyed. Not gonna lie, but these people are really, really good. So I'll let you know base skill levels based off of what ranks we see. Yeah, so okay, huge shout out to Maya, who is helping us with our stream. He has made all the overlays that you see, like the Vikings at the top, and figuring out things like the video cam, and the game picture. So, of course, our coach is Mr. Hyde. Yeah, he's in the corner. I think you can barely see him back in the corner. Um, yeah. Big shout out. This is our first year doing esports, so big thanks to him for helping make it happen. And of course, prominent student leaders like Kate and Jack who also helped. And yeah. So I guess I'll take you through some of the agents really fast. So for the parents at home who don't, might not know a whole lot about what Valorant is. So we do have different characters which you'll see in game. I'm scrolling through some of them right now. So there's different classes. So if you see this icon right here, where my mouse is at, it'll tell you what type of character you are, and so those characters in those categories do different jobs. So this girl right here is Killjoy. The little triangle means Sentinel. So what they like doing is holding down sights. So I'll show you the mini map, and on the mini map you'll see two highlighted yellow places. The highlighted yellow is where the attackers are trying to plant the spike, which is how you win the round. If you plant the spike and it explodes, or you kill everybody, then you win the round, and it's first to 13 rounds wins. And you have to win by 2. So Yes. So this girl's Killjoy. So she's a person that likes to play on site along with other Sentinels like Cypher and people like that. And then you have duelists, which generally Adam and Owen are known for playing. Yeah. So really fast. Okay. And then we got other agents that are known for their smokes, where you play smokes. Myself or Kate usually plays these type characters. So this guy has smokes and to help block off vision of other players and also blinds. So if you see a flash on your screen, that's an ability being used to block your vision so you cannot shoot at other people. Oftentimes these are used as an initiation, like initiators like KO or let's see who else, Breach. They have flashes in their kit that will blind other people to allow them to peek corners. So as we right now, our people we just joined the enemy team's lobby. So it looks like we're gonna have pretty similar skill rankings to us. They're looking to be bronze and silver, kind of what our team is. What? Okay. So it should be a pretty good game from what I see. It's a pretty similar skill rating. We got two silvers in the game, but that's not much higher than the bronze players, and it's the beginning of the season, so not many people have had time to play ranked and get higher ranks basically. So maps. Okay, so right now they're selecting a map. Different maps mean different attacker advantages, defender advantages, which is a big strategical decision here. So they're banning Fracture, which is a map that generally we like to pick because it throws off the enemy opponents. Not many people like this map, so it really throws off people when we pick this map. Okay. So really fast, I'll take you through the different guns. As you see, I have a lot of weapon skins, but most people just have the classic variations. So the two guns you'll be seeing most are Phantom and Vandal. So Vandal, it's a one-tap headshot. It's a rifle, so it's automatic. And Phantom is also automatic, but it's more for like spraying and hitting body shots. So if you're like comfortable controlling your spray, you're more likely to get the kill that way. Then that's a better gun. And of course, you are faster when you have your knife out. So, okay, everyone, it looks like we're gonna get started, and the map is Ascent. So this is a heavily defender-sided map, which means that the first rounds will probably go to the defenders. Let's see here. So it looks like Killjoy is being. What? Sorry for the technical difficulties there, but it looks like we're gonna have Owen on the Jet. So this character is known for being able to get picks and get out. Their goal is to give an advantage to their team by taking out someone else on the enemy team without getting killed or putting themselves in a bad position. And we'll see Hunter, who is Blueberry Oatmeal, on the Sova. So this is an information champion meant for getting their team information of where people are on site. This is going to be vital for attack pushes on this very heavy defender-sided map. Looks like we got Adam on the Brimstone. So Brim actually got a really big buff, which means the champion's better now. So he's a smoking champion, so meant to block vision, and he has a stim that makes his opponent shoot or his teammates shoot faster. And then we got Killjoy, who's just phenomenal on this map. There's this term us Valorant players use called toasters, and that allows people to. It's her ability kit. She's a sentinel, so like I said earlier, so she likes to hold down sites, and this sentinel will be vital for the defending portion of the map. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna take a first look at Owen here. because he's on the jet, so he's going to be the one probably going in first. Him or Kate. So Kate is on the sky, which means that she has, you can see in the bottom middle of the screen, she has different abilities that she bought round 1. So round 1, people start out with 800 credits and have the option to buy credits or abilities, or abilities or guns. And is this kind of a strategical point in the game? Because if you buy, you're more likely to win the round, but if you lose the round after buying, then you do not have credits to buy better guns at later rounds when you have more money. So it looks like we're going to see a B push. Kate's just peeking around the corner. We're going to go back over to Owen, who sees somebody, but gets kind of hit by the Killjoy turret. That's a notorious spot for your Killjoy turret to get some poke damage and information. They're going to get bombed out by Rays, taking a lot of damage.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Looks like an early peek coming out. Oh, but Owen picks up too after a clean peek. That's what we talked about. He likes getting in those positions where he can frag. But the other duelist is going to take two as well. So that Reyna is going to be healed for quite a bit, which means this round is probably not going to go in the favor of Tri-Valley.
Last player standing.
Ooh, so this Reyna has the opportunity to kill all 5 members, which is a big deal when it comes to Valorant. It's not an easy thing to do. Getting ace round 1 is especially bad because this means that all the credits will be funneled onto the Reyna for later rounds, and Reyna is really good at finding these picks. So next round we're gonna take a look.
Come into the unknown.
Sorry about that.
Reloading. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Reloading.
Turret out.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We'll be right back with the gameplay. Turns out our stream delay was not on, which is part of the rules. So,
Here.
right back.
Reloading. Reloading. Hawk out. Blinded. Taking
Right
out.
here.
That's done. Here. Reloading. Reloading.
Spike planted.
Revealing area. There they are.
One enemy remaining.
It is done.
Reloading.
Never count out the underdog.
Right here.
Okay.
On my
Hello,
left.
everybody. We are back. Sorry about that. We had to add a little bit of a delay to the screen. So it looks like we did end up picking the second round.
Equal.
We did end up picking up the second round, which is huge for our eco. So that means that we're going to have more credits for later rounds.
Reloading.
So it looks like our early scan coming off revealing almost all 5 members of Tri-Valley. So it looks like we're opting for a rotate to B site, which they might not be expecting. So that's a classic bait and switch, meaning that they show themselves, so try to get the defenders to go to that site so the new site is open for them to take. The Raze util being used early, which might...
Time.
Oh, but it looks like Adam got picked early. So that means that's going to be no smokes for entering site, but it's stage 1 off, so there's not even a way for them to get on site.
Hawk out. Blinded. Placing alarm bot.
Okay, it looks like Matt's going to lock this down a little bit. Or not Matt, Jack, excuse me.
Spike down.
But
mid.
Kate looks like she's getting picked off here. Let's switch to Hunter, who's in on the action right now. Hitting a big shock dart, but will it be enough to secure the round? It looks like Matt's going to get a pick, but Hunter's going to get taken down after doing a lot of damage. Oh, but Jack with the queen head tap and a turn kill, but still going down to the Sage. So real quick, we're going to hit tab, and this tab will explain some of the settings, which means there's a KDA subsection, which is going to show the kill death assist ratio. So it looks like Jack's leading in kills right now with 4 kills, and every member having at least 2 deaths compared to some of the 1 deaths on the other team. It looks like this Reyna and Sage are posing a big problem for our team right now.
Those are real geniuses.
Looks like we're going back into another round. So let's see, we got the Molly
Placing swarm grenade.
coming out to try to avoid people from being on the other side of that box. It's like Kate is taken down to low HP after getting a nice frag onto Raze.
Take flight.
One of the nice things about running Sky is you can heal your team, but you cannot heal yourself. It's like Kate went in to find information, died of the turn, which results in Hunter getting a nice headshot.
Reloading.
As you can see, there's two people taken out.
Swarm grenade.
Dim beacon
Oh, a lot of damage done. Killjoy holding left side. But the Reyna with the Guardian comes out and hits the head taps. This is not looking good so far for Tri Valley, but it's a 2v3 situation, so it's nowhere near losing by any means. Let's see if they can get a frag. The Spectres are not going to be as good as the Guardian and the other guns.
Last player standing.
Oh, a nice pick. That's just unfortunate. You peek that sometimes, you don't win them all. But Hunter has a spike down and a frag onto Sova, so this looks more promising, but they're going to know exactly where he is. Killjoy's running on site, and it's going to be early peeked by Reyna, who flashes to try to get around the corner. Hunter using his ult.
One enemy remaining.
Takes out the Reyna. This round's super winnable. Oh, but cannot finish off the Killjoy on sites. Overall, good effort by Hunter trying to secure the point with his ult, which is infinite range, meaning that he can attack the spike from anywhere. It's a very valuable tool, but he will not have that back probably for another half of the round. So let's see. It looks like we're going to opt for a mid push here, which means that we'll probably get some early frags here, hopefully coming from Owen. So Owen, or Jet, who he's playing right now, has an ability called Knives. So that's his ultimate ability, what you just saw Hunter use earlier. It's different for every champion. So he'll be able to get some early info on the enemy team. See, Jet Knives are super valuable because you can get kills without having to worry about standing still. Early frag by K, helped out by Owen.
Heal up, squad.
This looks promising. Now let's see if they're going to decide to keep pushing A. Looks like we got the Sky out for information, pointing out where everybody is. Killjoy on the flank. Takes out one of our players, but Kate is going off. Picks up 3 kills this round with the Spectre. Or Phantom, excuse me. Looks like they find Raze hiding in a corner from the furious Tri Valley players after losing that last round.
I got your back.
And we take another round to make it 2-3. So this is pretty good for attacking. Normally you wanna have about half the rounds that the defenders have on this map because it's such heavily defender sided. So let's take a look at Kate, who is playing an initiator. So she's also someone who's trying to push her team onto site. She has those flashes to blind people as they walk on site. She also has a dog which finds information of where people are so they can focus down players on the enemy team. Early Sova dart will get destroyed, it looks like. Kate grabbing the ult orb to try to get that ult up as soon as possible.
Reloading.
Owen's being super careful around these corners to get max accuracy. You have to not move, which makes it easier for your opponents to shoot at you. Reyna blind going up, but Kate makes a bold move on site and closes the door. But we see Owen, who ends up getting a pick, and then Hunter protects Kate, saving her life maybe.
Healing. Reloading. Here.
Looking like a good round for Tri-Valley. There's many low people though. No shields on anybody on Tri-Valley, which means they're all going to be one tap.
Reloading.
In almost any weapon.
One enemy remaining.
Dog not finding any util, but Owen pushes heaven for a flawless round by Tri-Valley. A 3-3 even matched game.
My smokes can block the enemy's line of sight. Once they're blind, we move.
Okay, so it looks like everybody on Tri-Valley will have this guns for this round. They're all going to offer a Vandal besides Kate, who likes that Phantom to get the quick picks on people compared to the headshots. So Hunter has the most kills with 8, followed by Kate with 6, and Jet with 5. We see Jack is playing a Sentinel, so he'll probably have
Enemy spotted mid.
more kills in participation in that factor on defense, while Kate and Hunter on the Sova and Sky are probably going to have more kills on attack due to their utility. We get an early pick by Adam. Let's take a look at Hunter as he pushes in on site. It's like Hunter made the push on site, runs into the Sova, but gets the head tap. The Sova was not expecting him to be there at all.
Going over here.
Looks like there's one heaven, so Hunter's going to try to use his util. But Owen just ego peeks this man by dashing upwards.
Heal up, squad.
Looks like they've located the last 2 players. Both going to be pushing from heaven, maybe one from garden.
Revealing area.
Oh, Owen gets taken out after being a little bit too aggressive, but it's okay because Jack follows it up with a nice head tap onto the sage.
Just let them try to catch.
Let's take a look at Kate this round because she'll probably be the one entering onto site. Looks like they're deciding which site to push. It looks like they're going to opt for a B site push. This site's a little bit dangerous because they're going to have the push into a Killjoy, who is known for being able to take out teams with her utility by herself. I myself played Killjoy at the beginning of the season, and I got a ton of kills on this B site. It's just super dangerous.
Placing swarm.
Shows the early dart, so they'll all be revealed,
Enemy
but
spotted B.
the Sova dart is taken out actually. Going for an early ult, and Hunter's about to get trapped, but no, he gets out.
Smokes down.
The added movement speed from holding your knife out is enough to make him escape.
Scanning ahead.
Enemy spotted mid.
Looks like Jack sees one mid. Kate's trying to scout out and watching the flank. Looks like they're going to push through spawn. Like I said, this B site's a little bit harder to push, but they do have to keep in mind that they only have a minute left to push. They've wasted a lot of time, and they've taken a lot of damage to get almost nowhere. Looks like Kate and Hunter are going to be pushing on the site first. Keep in mind, Hunter has some of the least HP on the team right now, so...
Scout destroyed.
Right.
Oh, but there's a Killjoy ult who is on A. So Killjoy made a rotation over to the A site, anticipating the rotation from Tri-Valley, which means that more time is going to be lost. And Hunter actually gets detained. So that's going to add even more time, and now we're looking at 30 seconds left to push site. Oh, Kate gets hit in the head by a Phantom, so it won't be a one tap, but she'll be 1 HP. Reyna takes out Kate.
Enemy spotted A.
Well, it looks like people are dropping left and right, and it looks like they're not going to have enough
10
time to
seconds
push
left.
site, which means it will be a losing round for Tri-Valley. Looks like they're going to be opting to save the guns, but Adam's going to get pushed in a corner after being trapped on site.
Don't sit down.
Probably a
Not
smart
done
move to
yet.
save the guns. They recognized they did not have much time left and thought it would just be better because their eco's kind of struggling. If you see it on the right, very right of the tab, it'll show how much money they have, and it does actually look like they're in better shape than I thought they were, probably from winning previous rounds. But both the teams' ecos are pretty even. Overall, a pretty good performance on attack on Ascent
Field test.
from Tri-Valley. Generally what you want. Looks like Jack's going to throw some early mollies to try to lock down different positions on sites, not let them be able to push.
Grenade out.
Owen's playing mid with Spike though, trying to find a pick, which is kind of dangerous. but it could work out great for Tri Valley. Looks like it's gonna be an early pick. Not even by anyone on site, but we catch Cake picking up a kill.
Healing over here.
And people are just trying to lock down Hunter, who's not even on A site, taking away multiple attention. Great play by Hunter overall, trading himself and also distracting other enemies. So now they're gonna have more time to work with here. Oh, Casey's Reign of Heaven, who's in ulti for him, so it's gonna be really hard to win that gunfight. But Owen just takes him out with one tap. Looks like Adam's gonna get early picked here. Let's take a look at Jack, who's more pushed up. They might just be able to stall for more time here. Oh, but they're both taken out. One's with a judge. That's a type of shotgun, so those close range battles are not going to be easy to win. Overall, pretty good site take. It was just the post plant was a little bit hard because they were kind of weak to the utility. Many players on the enemy team have area damage, so they're going to be taking a lot of poke, like the KJ, Sova, Raze. They're going to have abilities that they can throw at the enemy team that do area damage.
Right here.
Okay, we still see Hunter in the lead with kills with 10 kills and 4 deaths. Overall, pretty good
Time to
performance.
mobilize my pack.
Hunter was also vital in taking the W last week.
Smoke's down.
Right here.
Owen's going to opt for the defensive updraft over the blind, and he's going to take a lot of molly damage. Normally these jet knives are really good for going in, but it looks like the Killjoy is pretty good at locking down this area, and that's a Raze ult announced over comms, meaning that everybody's going to want to back out, but Adam gets taken out.
Enemy spotted B.
Another Raze doing a lot of damage. Hunter's on 1 HP. Let's see how Jack tries to get a pick here.
Reloading.
Of course, in the bottom left, you can see people's...
Barrier is dead.
Oh no, and the area damage of the Raze bomb is enough to take out Hunter, which meaning it's a 2v4 scenario. Not looking good for Tri Valley based on they have no shields, but you can get one taps. I've seen it be done before. It's like Owen dashes into a wall to maybe fake out the opponent, but they got to be careful from 3 angles here, and there's only 2 of them, so it could be pretty rough to hold this position. Looks like they're going to offer a push. Owen gets a kill onto the Sova, but it is traded for Jack. And he's going to run into the Killjoy, and he's forced to run into the Killjoy after running into its materials.
Just some good old
So that boom bot you just saw pop up on Owen's screen, it basically detects if people are getting close to you. And the tactical updraft by Owen, by the way. All fun and games here at Tri Valley. But it looks like we're still in a pretty good position. 4-6 is pretty good going on to attack on this heavily defense-sided map. Oh, I hit tab to see some more stats. It looks like Owen's on the operator, opting for an early pick here. It doesn't look like anyone's been peeking mid, though. It's kind of unfortunate because this is one of Owen's favorite spots to peek from playing with him before. Kate gets taken out on the opposite side by an early push by the enemy. Probably not expecting the push, and the headshot was just too much.
I have the spike.
Silver Dart not finding anybody. Oh, but the collateral, meaning that 2 bullets killed both Jack and Owen on our team. Now it's a 1v5 situation. Almost impossible to win, especially when you're not on a duelist, and he will be taken out, being pushed from 2 different angles. Opting to run into the Sova, but gets headshot first.
Last round in the half.
Okay, so it is last round, which means that generally you want to use all your credits this round. We take a quick look at tab here. You'll be able to see that Hunter is still leading in kills, but closely followed by Owen, who's picking up more frags. It's like everybody for the most part is trading. Looks like Adam, who generally has the spike, opting to play more safe. Probably be able to find more kills on defense as well, just based on his champion choice. Looks like the Sova Dart will be taken out, but it will give information on to where Trevally are. In the early off peek by the Reyna, finding nobody. But now this is a huge vulnerable point, because now they can just push the site and not worry about close angles. They are taking out the Sova, but this op is still dangerous here because he's able to put distance between himself and our team. But Owen picks up the op, looking to find a pick, maybe Heaven, maybe Tree. He's looking at Tree right now.
Deploying drone.
So let's take a look at Adam here. He's going to smoke off Heaven, and it sounds like Tree.
Stim beacon here.
Reyna killed.
Looks like Jack is a frag on the Reyna. It's going to be crucial for winning this round because now they have the numbers advantage and they're getting the plant off. The door is down, so they don't even have to worry about pushing Tree. And it's Molly from Heaven, but this is a really dangerous ult. But Adam's going to take it out. So they can stay on site now.
Stim beacon down.
Placing alarm. You will not kill my ally.
Oh, almost a big 3K for Adam, but not able to quite finish off the Sage, who gets him first.
Stay down.
So that noise you heard, that Sage yelling, means that they have another person on their team who is rezzed. Someone's on the spike, a little bit of a dangerous situation. They have to push.
One enemy remaining.
It's so close, but they're not going to be able to break the wall. This is tragic, and the enemy gets the clutch. What?
Switching sides.
Enemy won the round, so at the half is 4-8, which is not at all a bad score, and actually probably better for Tri-Valley to be in this position here, because now they have multiple champions who are known for the defensive holds. Looks like we're going to see Hunter opting for an early shock dart, trying to get some poke damage on pistol round when generally most people don't have shields. We see a tab as Reyna's kind of putting the enemy team on her back. Maybe we see some focus strategies for trying to get the Reyna early out in most rounds. The Killjoy, who is second fragging on their team, will also not be as useful on attack. So this is looking pretty good for Tri-Valley.
There they are.
Oh, but Hunter gets picked off after going for an early peek, but getting a lot of information for his team. Owen's holding on A still, so that means that no funny business will happen. Looks like Adam's pushing with a shotgun from behind. This gun can one-tap people if you're close enough. Looks like they're planting on site.
Dropped.
Spike planted.
Takes out turret, but Kate gets a nice headshot onto the Reyna, taking her out of the round. 3v4 scenario on a retake, and this site is very hard to retake.
Enemy killed.
But not if you have the aim, because Owen trades himself for a kill on the Killjoy, meaning the utility will not be able to be used anymore by her. Looks like
Last
Adam's
player
gonna get.
standing.
Kate's gonna get taken out by Sage. After Adam can't push because he's revealed by his shock dart. But he does find a kill on the Raze, saying you might win this round, but you are not getting out alive. Excuse me. It looks like it will be a secured round for the enemy team. Oh, looks like Adam tries to go back in for the Sage, but the Sage will kill him for a 3K that round.
Everyone note down your observations.
If Tri-Valley lets those characters push onto site, it can be very difficult for them to retake. Looks like overall, they're pretty split even. They got one mid, two on each site. If I show the mini-map to you guys right now, you'll see these highlighted yellow zones, which is where you can plant the spike to win the round.
Quick peeks now.
Looks like you can see from the mini-map that we're going to have Owen with the early peek. And it looks like it will be an A push with the early dart. Hunter getting the early kill, and we talked about this earlier. His champion allows him to get out of those bad situations with the kill. Looks like Kate's going to top him off. And the best part about this is they can leave their tree side vulnerable because they have Tri-Valley members holding mid. Let's see what they decide to do next. It looks like Jack is opting to stay at the B site, waiting for them to rotate and push this site, which is a smart play since they've not committed to A, and it looks like it will be happening. Get some early damage onto the Reyna, and we'll be able to take him out with his gun. Oh, but you see that little icon in the top right? It means that Adam was shot through a wall, which is not what you want. Oh, looks like Owen went for the flank, not quite finding anything because of the better guns, it looks like. This is part of the strategy. If you decide to save this round and buy better guns later, then you're probably going to lose these
30
rounds.
seconds left.
But it's at the risk of being able to win the later rounds, so... Oh, a nice pick from Hunter. He's watching main with the Marshall. This is a great position for him right now. He takes out the utility. And now they only have 12 seconds, and they force an ult out.
10 seconds left.
The
One
plant's
enemy
probably not going to be able to
remaining.
come through here.
Spike down.
As
A.
Kate decides to hold on site, regardless of the ult. Catching the opponent off guard, and Hunter hits another shot. Beautiful shot.
Gun here.
He's now 14 and 14. Hunter's having the game of his life right now. 14 kills on 2 members of Tri-Valley.
Placing sentry.
Looks like the Reyna's kind of slowing down a bit, which is what I talked about earlier. If you can focus this Reyna down, it's going to be harder for her to do more on her team. Reyna is a notorious champion for being able to 1v5 and carry your team to victory. But, I mean, if Tri-Valley keeps using their utility in the way they have been, I don't see why this game is not already in the bag. An early scan by Hunter. I'm going to take a look at Kate. Oh, but Adam gets taken out by utility. That's not what you want to see. Kate peeks this corner with a dog, finding that at least one is mid with the sheriff. See what they decide to do next. It looks like Kate's going to opt for maybe watching on site. A lot of players are just holding mid, which makes me think they want to play for a retake or picks in a 4v5 scenario. And it looks like Jack will get it with his Spectre. Very fast-paced SMG being able to quickly burst out enemies. And he gets another after the Killjoy misses his shots. And a headshot
Down B.
on a falling enemy. And now they have spikes, so all they have to do is just watch the spike.
Hawk out. Reloading.
It's like Owen and Hunter both have eyes on the enemy, but they see one main.
Shock dart.
What was a 4v5 situation now is turned into a winning
One enemy remaining.
round. And it looks like
30 seconds left.
Owen's trying to finish it right here, right now. Squeezing the enemy. Excuse me.
Here.
Closing door, just trying to secure sight. Oh, but the Reyna's mid. This could be really bad. As I mentioned earlier, Reyna loves these types of scenarios. Looks like she won't have time, though, to actually get the spike and plant.
10 seconds left.
As long as one of the Tri-Valley members stays alive, it should be a winning round. But Hunter just takes him out. He does not care. He said, not today, sir.
Remember, your weapon is
15
only a
kills on
tool.
both Hunter
Shoot.
and
You
Owen.
have to think.
Pretty good performance today. Looks like Jack's picking up a lot of kills too, using his utility. Not getting the most kills on attack, but as I mentioned earlier, his character loves the defensive side of the map, and now he's starting to pick it up.
Stim beacon here.
It's like an early peek without a pick for Owen,
Time
but
to hunt.
it comes with information, so they know that this A site is trying to be taken. Owen's trying to get this headshot with the Guardian, which is generally what you want because it one-taps the enemy. Reyna will push on the site, and this is kind of an awkward position for Owen to be in, actually. But they actually didn't push with the line. Oh, and now Owen's able to trade for the Reyna, a huge trade. And they're not even looking at tree. Two people are holding tree and able to find the picks.
A fine death.
Unfortunately, Adam does not get those picks, but Hunter finishes it off.
Scanning ahead.
Spike spotted A.
As you can see, I mean, they have a spike, so if they just hold this down, this should be an easy win for them.
One enemy remaining.
They find one below heaven.
Gun.
Able to get the kill, and now it's a 3v1 scenario, almost unlosable. Oh, but Adam gets taken out with a classic, meaning that this Raze will probably have a gun to work with. Oh, but Kate anticipates the push heaven and is able to get the headshot to secure the round.
No more doubts. We're ready.
It looks like overall a pretty good showing from everybody on Tri-Valley. Although Adam might only have 6 kills, it might not seem like much compared to everybody else. He's doing a lot of utility and getting a lot of assists
Thanks.
based off the utility he's using. He also has smoke, so he's allowing his teammates to make better plays on the enemy team. Really optimizing his teammates' gameplay, allowing them to get these frags.
Hawk out.
Looks like Hunter's trying to find an early head tap on somebody main.
Shock dart.
It's a nice shock dart kill.
Spike down B.
From playing with Hunter before, I do know that he's been practicing his lineups, so.
Enemy
Spotted B.
heal up, squad.
Looks like Owen has 1 dagger left, trying to get the head tap for a kill mid. Pushes back to the shock dart to find the Sova, kind of stranded. But he only has a stinger to work with. This could be dangerous.
One left.
But Kate finds a pick on the complete other site. I can hear it coming right now for her team to come because this is a very vulnerable site. But like I mentioned earlier, Jack is opting to anchor this other site, anticipating the push. And there is a dart, but it's still going to be an A push. Kate's going to get killed because she was on low SP, but Hunter is trading this. Hunter with 3 kills this round, looking for his
30 seconds
4th.
left.
But gets taken out by Owen. A great showing. In a previously 4-8 game, it's now 8-9, meaning that Tri-Valley has won 4 rounds when the enemy has only won 1. This is what we talked about, the defense advantage. Tri-Valley is able to turn this defense advantage into more rounds won. It might not seem like they win a lot of rounds on attack, but like I mentioned earlier, this map is super defense-sided.
Alarm bot out.
This means you're able to hold angles and get the early kills.
I got you,
Placing swarm grenade.
Looks like Jack's opting for more of a
Scanning ahead.
stalling, but they hear the blast pack B. It looks like it could be a B push. They also see one mid. Looks like Hunter goes for the ult. He hits somebody. He gets the kill. This is going to be huge because now it's a 4v5 scenario. And Adam's the only person who's taking damage. Looks like that shotgun is going to connect for some damage as well.
Dart.
And he gets a kill off his utility. Hunter is just crazy on the Sova.
here. Variable removed.
See, and it looks like Jack gets a nice headshot onto the enemy Killjoy's counterpart.
Revealing.
So Kate is the support healer for their team right now. So she's just making sure all her
One enemy
teammates are
remaining.
topped off, and that allows Jack to actually swing the angle and get a kill on their Reyna, who could have easily clutched this round for their team. So
Enemy spotted A.
Blocking sight.
it's like there's going to be a defensive wall.
30 seconds left.
The Sage is just trying to run, trying to save the weapon, but Owen's like, not today. He's trying to chase down the Sage,
Heal up.
get a
squad.
pick. Thinks that Sage went to the respawn, and she did. Owen will fall, but Kate will be right after him, picking up the kill.
Remember to talk to each other out there.
21 kills on Hunter and only 7 deaths. This is a great performance.
Placing sentry.
We've seen a lot of utility kills, which comes with game sense from Hunter, meaning that he's been playing the game, he's been practicing, and he knows when to use his abilities, which is huge on this type of game.
Watch and learn.
We look at Tab, we can also see Reyna has only got 1 kill, it looks like, in the past 3 rounds. He's really slowing down. Again, this comes from Tri-Valley being able to shut down the enemy team.
Gotcha.
Looks like an early pick mid for Adam. And he takes out the Reyna as well because he has a better weapon. We see headshots on the Vandal. Oh. Looks like Raze is going to try to push, but Raze doesn't have a gun. She has a pistol. I don't see this going well, and then Hunter just comes from the side and is like, not today. Get your hands off my teammate, and takes him out. Looks like Owen's pushing site with the operator, which is a little bit risky, and he gets the pick
Spike planted.
on the Satress's back turn, and now he's chasing with a classic right click.
No charges left.
Oh, Owen's almost taken out because he does not have the right guns for that. but his teammate comes and saves him.
Flawless.
I don't know if you can hear in the back, but there's a lot of commotion from the Tri-Valley players right now. It seems like they're having a lot of fun coming back from this game. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're having tons of fun, trying to get a record positive, you know?
Turret out.
Not to mention, I don't know if Tri-Valley will qualify this year, but with winning these games is really important because you can participate in the Spring Major, which comes with a $10,000 scholarship for the school who wins. So this is a big deal, folks. Looks like an early A push. Owen misses the shot, but peels himself with the smoke, and now he's just getting radiated out. He's forced to push and taken out. It's an unfortunate situation to be in. That's one of the advantages of pushing a site hard and fast. Now the Killjoy ult comes out on site. But somehow Adam works another miracle and kills two from heaven, and Hunter takes out another two. Now it's a 4v1 situation. Hunter's gonna get walled and taken out.
Seek them out.
That's a huge round for Tri-Valley. It was a 4v5, and everybody on the enemy team just kept falling to our players.
It's a good thing.
This
Aura.
probably comes from
Figure
the
out
better
what to
skill, as you could say, from our players, knowing when to take those gunfights, knowing when to peek.
Placing sentry. Right here.
Again, I cannot stress enough how this defense-decided map has made the whole difference. Not only the map, but also from playing on the team myself, I know that a lot of players on this Tri-Valley roster prefer playing on the defense side. Looks like there's going to be an early nade main, causing Kate to back off, looking in confusion as the nades don't quite blow up. But she gets a blind, meaning that this is probably a B or mid push. It looks like they're Odin flanking. Generally not a strategy that you see, but it could be very effective. It looks like there's a blind on B though, so let's go over to Jack, who gets a kill, but he's traded off. So overall, he kills their top frag, which means that their best player is down in a 4v4 situation.
Enemy spotted B.
Nowhere to run!
Beacon here.
Looks like they're looking to pinch the enemy team. Using ults, but Kate's on site and takes out two.
One enemy remaining.
As you can see, the Tri-Valley players are yelling with joy after they get two
Match
picks with
point.
the Odin.
Let's end this.
If you don't know, Odin's not a typical gun. It's more expensive than others, but you can shoot through walls. It's like a minigun. What can I say?
Turret out.
Looks like everybody on Tri-Valley is getting quite a few kills here. Their synergy has been really good. You see their positions they're holding on the mini-map. There's two on
Scanning ahead.
B, because they know that Killjoy can lock down B easily, and they send the other three members on A. Looks like early Odin picks all around. They have Spike, and now,
You will not kill my.
oh my gosh, the double updraft
One enemy
outplay
remaining.
from MrGuppy himself, causing the race out to be useless, and they push him back to take the map. Tri-Valley 13-9. Great performance from everybody today. So again, we are Tri-Valley from Downs, Illinois. Thank you for watching our stream. We're wrapping up pretty soon here. These are the stats of the map. So it looks like the red team is Tri-Valley, meaning that Hunter with one of his best performances I've seen yet today. Absolutely amazing. Followed by Owen, who has a 23 kills. Pretty phenomenal. Looks like the Reyna tried to carry the team. We can see the well-rehearsed plays from Tri-Valley coming out with the different site holds, different angles that are being held by our Tri-Valley players, causing the defense side of the map to be optimal and surviving on the attack side, which is pretty impressive on that pretty difficult map to attack on. Overall, a great performance. Of course, thanks to the coaching of Mr. Hyde. You know, Kate's an amazing team captain, and the synergy of everyone else who puts in the work to win these matches. one last shout out to Maya Fuentes, who is who's right next to me, watching the game with me. She is the person who sets up these cool stream overlays, and really takes home and it allows you to watch these streams, I guess. Yeah.
We should have like little cheerleaders.
Great play from everybody. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, he's done, I think.
Well, I'm ending it. This mouse is awful. Okay, bye everybody. Again, we are Tri Valley from Downs, Illinois, and until next time, I believe our next Valorant stream is next Wednesday, so be sure to tune in for that. It's at 3 o'clock. We also